Bunch of Crunch Army today. We're gonna be coming at you guys with 25 tips and tricks to help you improve fast and win more games, man. Who wants to win more games? Who wants to improve? Who wants to take it to the next level? Well, listen, man, you need to be watching this entire video because that's exactly gonna happen if you apply this. But before we even get started, it's time to sit back, relax, get some of my favorite candy. What is it, y'all? Come on, it's that Bunch of Crunch. Yo, and let's get this going, right? So the first tip that we got for you guys today is to trick your opponent into shooting by quickly resetting your edit. So many players today will just sit there just waiting for you to open an edit and pre-fire you. When you make an edit, all right, quickly reset it. Your opponent is going to shoot and break the wall, giving you an easy opportunity to take a wide open shot on them. All right, so speaking of editing, you don't always have to go through with the plays that you're making. You know, if you make an edit and realize that you won't have a great angle, don't be afraid to just reset and just try something else. You know, it's just much better to take it slow and just make a calculated play instead of just rushing into an unoptimal edit. All right, so switching over to the defensive side of things, here we go. You need to start taking advantage of pre-fires whenever you can. You know, shooting a player that's attacking your box, like right when the wall breaks, is an easy way to deal 100 plus damage before the real engagement even starts. And this can be hard to do at first, but it's gonna work nearly every time once you get the correct timing down. All right, an opponent pushing your box is also the perfect time to really fake a disengagement for a surprise play. Editing the cone at your feet into a ramp, fake editing out your side wall, and quickly resetting the cone to edit back onto the opponent will surely catch them off guard and turn them into the one needing to defend themselves. You know, although it's good to be aggressive when playing defense, sometimes you really just need to get away and heal. And so the best way to do this is by editing your floor and dropping 2 boxes down instead of 1. This is going to prevent you from just getting pre-boxed, and it's just much less readable from the opponent's point of view. On the other side of the spectrum, when you're fighting an opponent that has the bottom of his box exposed, don't be afraid to attack from below. You know, you can replace the opponent's floor while placing a ramp in one swift motion. And so this is gonna catch them off guard and give you guys full control of where the fight goes. And if they're low enough, you could just edit them down and just finish it right here. Another great way to really catch your opponent off guard is by spraying into their box from close up. You know, players these days are gonna be able to hold their wall easily when you spray from far away. But when you turn a corner and you get in right as the wall breaks, they have no time to react and defend themselves. You obviously don't wanna get on high health players, but this can be a great way to finish the fight when you have them low. All right, speaking of getting in the boxes, all right, there's a way to guarantee a phase in when you're fighting in team modes regardless of your ping. Walk forwards directly behind your opponent as you spray the wall, and they're gonna be sent right in. Your movement behind them will just nudge them forwards, allowing them to slip right in as the wall is being turbo held. If you guys want to learn more tricks like the ones we're showing you guys today, make sure to head on over to ProGuides.com, where we've got an army of pro coaches ready and waiting to teach you everything that you need to know about Fortnite so you can improve fast. All right, so another great way to really work as a team is by setting up 3, 2, 1 beams with your teammates. So the burst rifle is gonna work best for this as it has a 100% red dot accuracy no matter the distance. The synchronization of 2 or 3 burst shots on a single opponent is gonna deal some serious damage and maybe even knock them. Just make sure to be on the same page with your teammates and just start spraying at the exact same time. Okay, so on the note of more basic plays, many of you guys are forgetting that a simple right-hand window peek is going to work in basically every situation. Editing the window tile on the right of an opponent will always give you the best angle to trace shots from. You don't always need to go crazy, you know, for piece control plays. Go back to the basics and just play smarter, not harder. When you start to play more strategically like this, you're also gonna realize that you don't always need to be the aggressor in fights. Sometimes it's best to sit back and just play off your opponent's edits. Do your best to read their playstyle and just be ready to use your weapons when they expose themselves. But also, you know, you don't do this too much or you're just gonna get pieced up and eliminated. All right, Bunch of Crunch time, it's time for the question of the day. Which duo do you think has what it takes to win the next FNCS Grand Finals? You know, there's a lot of new teams out there, so let us know what you guys think down in the comments below. All right, so I think we can all agree that the 2 shotgun is probably like one of the worst weapons of the season. Despite the low damage rate, you can actually shoot through walls with this weapon. And so if you get a wall weak and fire a shot, the first pellet's gonna break the wall and the second will phase through and hit the opponent on the opposite side. This can be a great way to keep pressure on your opponent and get some bleed through damage as you do so. Although many of you guys have started to get the hang of pre-boxing tiles horizontally, a lot of you still aren't pre-boxing downwards. As we mentioned before, advanced players are gonna rebox downwards when trying to get away. Knowing this, you can bait reboxes with the phase ramp, and if you're quick enough, you should be able to build the entire box before they drop down, giving you an easy elimination. All right, so speaking of going downwards, you need to make sure, guys, that you have a comfortable rotate build bind so that you can slide off a height quickly. Sprinting and placing a rotated ramp to turbo build and slide down on is going to get you guys to the ground quick and safely. So, you could also use this to really chase opponents when they disengage from fights as well. Another thing that you can do to really help your movement is cranking up your double movement settings. If you use the Wooting software, try turning your straight percentage up anywhere around the 94 to 100% area. This is going to give you sharper turns and slicker movement that you can use to aid your free builds and overall fighting ability. Once you get your movement settings tweaked up, you're going to be able to make quick direction changes to throw your opponents off. The best time to do this is when side jumping, as it's nearly impossible to really read from the opponent's point of view, and it's just an easy way to go for some piece control plays. These types of moves works wonders once you get the right timing down. All right, on the note of being unpredictable, you need to start switching things up when going for double edit plays. Instead of the typical ramp and floor double edit down, flip the ramp and make a 3-tile floor edit. This is gonna cause the ramp to break, leaving you on the tiny floor piece with a wide open angle on the player below. Another way to chip damage off your opponent is with mounting up at the rifle cone. As you extend outwards with ramps, throw up at the rifle cone, instead of continuing up, just jump out and just mount on top of the cone you just placed. This is super unpredictable and is basically gonna be free damage every time, once you get the timing of your shot down. And when you find yourself piece control behind an opponent's wall, spray the build as the edit to quickly break and replace it. Especially with hard mats, this wall is going to be extremely low on health right after it's edited. This means that you can just replace it with a few SMG bullets or even a single shotgun shot. After taking the wall, you can make an edit on them and just switch the roles of the fight or just get to safety. On the other hand, when an opponent has you piece control with the floor and cone above your head, just simply look down and place a ramp. The ramp will place over your back, fully protecting you from above. And so this is going to give you the opportunity to get out and establish some safety boxes of your own and reset the fight. When you're trailing your opponent from height, there's a solid chance that they're gonna go for a side jump or a high wall play. So to counter this, all right, make a window edit on the wall that you're jumping to and just Mongo Classic the box. This is gonna fully trap them and it could be an easy kill if you guys hit a powerful headshot. If you want a realistic in-game practice with other advanced players, queue into OG Lucky solo late game map. You're gonna be given a random competitive loadout with realistic zone pools that you need to really rotate through. Almost all of the top pros at NA are grinding these every night. All right, so the top 6-tile wall edit has been used by pros for a while, but it's still extremely underrated. I mean, the best time to really use this is when you have a wall on an opponent that's already low. Opening a wide edit like this is gonna prevent them from having any protection or just being able to replace the wall before you even take those last finishing shots. So when you have an opponent under your ramp in a box, stop doing those predictable 50-50 edits that just give them a clear shot on you. Instead, stand on the left side of the ramp and edit it in half to give yourself the perfect right-hand peek that you can quickly reset after and take your shot. So the last tip that we got for you guys today is to throw more high walls when playing from the low ground. You don't always need to just bust out a flashy retake. Like, simply just protect yourself with high walls as you move up is enough to get the job done. It's gonna lead just to far more piece control opportunities than a typical retake would. But you tell me where you at. Your motivation guy is so pumped up. I am back, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Connect with my Instagram at Your Motivation Guy. I'm the one who believes in you. I'm the one who is your #1 fan. So, as I say all the time, and it's never gonna get old, keep going. Don't give up. No matter the negativity that comes your way, keep your head up and stay focused on the mission, all right? All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video again. Subscribe to the channel, spread the word. We got so many great content coming out. We're changing a few things up to come at it on a whole nother level. Feel free to leave a comment. Let us know if there's anything that you guys would be interested in learning more about. Keep these tips in mind as you grind this off season, and you're surely gonna be ready for season 4 once it comes around in September. Once again, this is your friend, the one and only Keith Allen. I'll see you on the next one.